Hello students, welcome back in today's class. Today we are going to discuss regarding our next fundamental right, that is right to freedom of religion. Now right to freedom of religion comes under article 25 to article 28 under part 3 of the Indian Constitution. Okay, so according to this particular fundamental right, that is right to freedom of religion, it has been guaranteed to all the Indians or to all the citizens of the country, as well as to the religious groups of the country as well. Okay, so our constitution or Constitution of India guarantees the right to freedom not only to an individual but also to the religious groups in India. So let's see now, what does article 25, what does article 26, 27 and 28 refers to. As you can see in this very first slide, it is regarding article 25, which says that freedom of conscience and right to freely profess, practice and propagate religion. That means when it comes to freedom of conscience, that is referring to that as an individual you have the right to choose the religion of your own choice, and it is also your right if you want to choose or if you do not want to choose any religion that you want to follow. But at the same time, freedom of religion also allows an individual to freedom to profess, follow and to propagate any religion of your own choice. But though the right has been provided to an individual to follow any religion, okay, any religion that they want to, but certain restrictions can be imposed on those practices of the religion, but on the basis of only there is a scenario of to protect the public order, health. Okay, so these are some of the grounds on which the government can impose the restrictions on the practice of the freedom of religion. Okay, so next is our government not only can interfere in the religious matter, okay, when it comes to public security, public health or morality, but government can also interfere in the religious matters if there are certain, you can say, social matters which are in need of interference of the government. Then the government can interfere in the religious matter, for example for removing or for disbanding, okay, certain social evils like the sati system. And at the same time, we have seen that when government interferes in between the institution and the followers of a particular religion, it has been seen that it always seeks to like a political scenario. It always it always makes the political scenario a tension between the followers of the very religion and the government. Why? Because when the government seeks to restrict some activities on any of the religion group, the people of that religion feels that this is a kind of interference that has been placed, that this is kind of an interference which has been done by the government in their religion. But it was not always the same case. Sometimes government do interfere so that the social evils or the social ill practices like the sati system can be disbanded too. That's why the Constitution has also guaranteed the right to propagate one's religion.